You're asleep on the floor of a bakery. The smell of fresh bread still lingers in the air. Flour dust settles quietly across metal tables. The ovens have already cooled down. Outside, Barangay Chupang is silent. Most people are asleep. The roads are empty. Street dogs wander through the darkness. And inside the bakery, 7 men are sleeping side by side. Exhausted after another long day of work. Some are cousins. Some are friends. Some are still teenagers. All of them came hundreds of kilometers from Masbate, searching for something simple. A job. A future. A chance to help their families. None of them know. They will never see sunrise. Then, somewhere around 11 p.m, the screaming starts. A crash. A cry for help. Something heavy hitting the floor. Voices shouting in panic. The sounds drift into the neighborhood. People hear them. Some wake up. Some pause. Some listen for a few seconds. Then the noise stops. And nobody calls the police. Nobody checks the bakery. Nobody knows that inside, a massacre is unfolding. One victim survives the night. Barely. But by the time help arrives, even he won't make it. Tonight, we are going to talk about the Antipolo Bakery Massacre. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. April 2025. Antipolo City, Philippines. The J&B Malunggay Bakery sat quietly in Barangay Cupang. Nothing about it looked unusual. No dark history. No notorious reputation. Just another neighborhood bakery. The kind of place people stop by every morning for pandesal before work. The kind of place families depend on. The kind of place that feels safe. But for many of the workers, the bakery wasn't just a workplace. It was home. Most of the employees were stay-in workers. Young men from Masbate, living together under the same roof, working long shifts, sleeping in the same building after closing, sharing meals, sharing jokes, sharing the same dream of earning enough money to support their families back home. And honestly, that's what makes this case hurt so much. Because these weren't strangers gathered by coincidence. They knew each other, worked together, lived together, trusted each other. Among them were 2 minors. Kids, really. Still figuring out life. Still trying to build a future. And by the end of the night, none of them would make it out alive. April 21st, the day before the massacre. Something was being celebrated. A birthday. People.com. The suspect, Bogart Ramirez, one of the co-owners of the bakery, turned 32. Friends gathered. Workers drank together. Gin was shared. Food was served. Laughter filled the bakery. To everyone around him, it looked like a normal birthday celebration. But according to investigators, that may have been exactly what made it dangerous. Because if police theories are correct, the attack may have already been planned. Everyone relaxed. Everyone trusted him. Everyone went to sleep believing tomorrow would be another ordinary workday. The lights eventually went out. The bakery became quiet. The ovens sat cold in the darkness. Metal trays reflected faint moonlight through the windows. 7 workers slept inside, completely vulnerable. And somewhere in the building, someone was still awake. Nobody knows exactly how the first victim died, but police believe the workers were attacked while sleeping. That's one of the most disturbing parts of the entire case. Not a robbery. Not a public attack. Not a fight between enemies. They were asleep. Imagine opening your eyes in complete darkness, hearing confusion around you. Someone screaming. Someone running. Someone shouting your name. Not understanding what's happening. Not understanding who's attacking you or why. Investigators later found evidence of both stabbing injuries and blunt force trauma. A hammer was reportedly recovered from the scene. Blood covered the bakery floor, walls, sleeping areas. Almost every corner of the building. Outside, the neighborhood heard noises, cries, shouting, sounds of struggle. But the sounds eventually stopped, and silence returned. The kind of silence that always feels wrong afterward. Because by morning, people would realize exactly what those sounds had been. Around sunrise, a local resident named Sammy Andres approached the bakery to buy bread. Just another morning. Just another customer. He called out. No answer. Called again. Still nothing. Then he heard something. A groan. Weak. Barely audible. Coming from inside. He looked through the opening and immediately froze. Because everywhere he looked, there was blood. Victims lying motionless. Bodies scattered across the bakery floor. The place looked less like a bakery and more like a battlefield. Emergency responders rushed to the scene. One victim was still alive, barely, clinging to life, trying desperately to survive. But he died during transport to the hospital. And just like that, the death toll became 7. 7 workers, gone in a single night. Then came the part that shocked everyone. The suspect didn't run forever. He surrendered. At Camp Crame, he reportedly told authorities, "I have nowhere else to go." Then he revealed his explanation. According to him, the workers had been planning to kill him. He claimed he overheard them discussing a plan to smother him with a pillow while he slept, to make his death look natural, to take control of the business afterward. And so, he said he acted first. A preemptive strike. Self-defense before the attack could happen. But investigators immediately noticed problems. Big problems. Because according to his version, 7 men fought him. 7 against 1, in complete darkness. Yet when police examined him, they reportedly found no significant defensive injuries, no signs of a massive struggle, no evidence suggesting 7 people had attacked him simultaneously. And that's where the story becomes even more unsettling. Police began considering another possibility. But what if the workers never had a chance to fight back? Investigators started examining the alcohol served during the birthday gathering, testing the gin, searching for possible sedatives, trying to determine whether the victims had been incapacitated before the attack. Another question emerged. Could one person really carry out an attack like this alone? Or were there accomplices? Because 7 victims inside one building during one night is a staggering amount of violence. And investigators weren't convinced they had every answer yet. I think what makes this case linger in people's minds isn't just the number of victims. It's where it happened. A bakery. When you think about bakeries, you think about mornings. Warm bread, coffee. Families starting their day, comfort. Routine, safety. But on April 22nd, 2025, the first people to enter J&B Malunge Bakery didn't smell fresh pandesal. They found blood, silence, and 7 workers who never got the chance to wake up. But there is one detail I can't stop thinking about. People did hear the screams, hours before the bodies were discovered. People did hear something terrible happening inside that building, but nobody called. Nobody checked. Nobody was willing to do anything, really. Why? We'll never know whether a phone call at 11 p.m. would have changed anything. But it's difficult not to wonder, because somewhere between those screams and sunrise, 7 lives disappeared. And by morning, the bakery that should have been preparing bread had become one of the deadliest crime scenes the city had ever seen. As always, stay safe out there, guys. I'll see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.